So welcome back to another episode, and today I thought I'd do a few things at the same time. I thought I'd do an unboxing of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the Collector's Edition, and I also thought I'd tell you the story of what got me into Dragon Ball and how I created this crazy gang. Everybody thought it was a Dragon Ball gang, and it wasn't. It was a fan club, and this is before the internet. I'm going to tell that story as well, and I just show some artwork that I did back then. And let me say that I think I discovered Dragon Ball back in 1990. Yeah, I went to a friend of mine's place, and he had an exchange student living with him for a short amount of time, and the exchange student would go back to Japan, and he had a camcorder, and he recorded Japanese episodes of, anime and stuff like that, and he'd bring them over, and I go over there, we'd skip school, and we'd watch episodes of Dragon Ball from Japan, not, just in strict Japanese. This is years before it came out in English over here, and I was fascinated. Like, you have to understand, for the first time seeing Dragon Ball, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but it was just, when I was discovering Street Fighter, and I was like, oh, this is like Street Fighter, like they do, Fireball's the same thing. The first time I'd ever discovered Dragon Ball, you have to understand. And I was just blown away by it. I thought it was unreal. And I went and I started buying the manga strictly in Japanese, and I just would look at all the pages, and Dragon Ball is pretty simple. You can tell what's going on usually. And it was also, I started getting these as well, the Dragon Quest mangas as well. But anyways, I discovered Akira Toriyama, and I was like, this guy is unbelievable. This is the kind of superhero stuff I really want to see. I love the character designs. I just loved everything about it. And here, I just thought I'd show you this before I get in, is that, oh, this is so ridiculous. This is so funny. You can see, there we go. This is my book from high school. I started drawing Dragon Ball, right here, Dragon Ball, comic strips, copying the manga, just doing my own versions of it, and I was so taken by it. I could not get enough of Dragon Ball. I thought it was the coolest world, and I still do to this day think it is the coolest world ever invented in anime. And it's amazing how long it's gone on for. It's like more than 30 years now. That's incredible. And so over the years, I played all the Dragon Ball games, and I've really enjoyed all of them. But I really got into Xenoverse. The first game, and I was like, it was one of those games, it came out, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe how good this looks and how great it plays. And I did a new Game Stuff episode, and I ranted and raved about it. I thought it was so unreal. But anyways, before I unbox it, what happened back in the day? How did this gangster gang thing happen? What is that even about? Is that, well, I was just an anime fan. I discovered Dragon Ball. I was doing the comic books and, just copying it and just being enthused by it. So I started to, nobody else was into anime in my school. I was the only weirdo into it, and I was happy to be that weirdo. I started to do little cards, and I draw little characters on them, and I copy them from the original, manga of Dragon Ball Z. So my favorite character was Piccolo, so I had a Piccolo card, and I do lots of different characters like Goku and stuff like that, and I'd sign people's names on it, and it'd say DBZ on the back, and everybody had a special club card. I was inviting friends of mine who didn't even know what the fuck it was. I'm like, here's your secret club card. It's like, I don't know, I was a young kid. I was like, 15, 16 years old. I was just having a bit of fun with my friends, and I was trying to get people enthusiastic into Dragon Ball, this thing that I discovered. I'm like, please, you got to see this as well, and all that. And so, this is so crazy. This is before the internet, so this is why this story is the way it is. It's ridiculous. That, it started being known as DBZ Boyz, the DBZ Boyz. That was the name of our little club. And it was just something silly that a few of us called it, where what ended up happening is some people started to spray paint it on the school. I didn't do that, okay? I didn't do that. I was surprised. I walked to school, I'm like, oh my god, I just see DBZ Boyz. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on? And then I started walking around my local city, a little small town of North Delta where I grew up, and on the local mall, at the back of the mall, it said DBZ Boyz with spray paint. It started going everywhere. Now, people started to talk about this, and people thought it was a lot bigger than what it was. People thought, holy shit, this is some scary gang, the DBZ Boyz. Nobody knew that it meant Dragon Ball Z. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that at all. They thought it was some gang from outside of our small place or whatever. And these guys are really scary, and people were talking about it at school saying, holy cow, have you heard about the DBZ Boyz? And it's the stupidest thing ever. And that's because there was no internet and people would just talk and rumors would spread and things got carried away. And I look back now and I love it. I'm so happy that that happened from some silly little club that I made as a kid. It's pretty funny, the DBZ Boyz. But okay, now I can do my unboxing of this and have a look at it. And I did cheat. I did. I opened this up. I took out the game. I've already been playing the game. I fucking like it. Okay, I had to do that. I had to do it. I had to crack it and play the game. But anyways, here is the game. Here's the game right here, Day 1 edition. Had to pick that up, and here's what it looks like in the boxes. So right here, that's where the game was, and here is this steel case. This is a steel case. We're gonna look into this right away. There we go. This is a special soundtrack included of the game as well, and steelbook. I have a few friends that really love steelbooks, so we're gonna take that out right away. And oh, how have they done this? Sometimes these unboxings can be very confusing. Oh, here we go. This is it. This should be the time. The Time Patroller's Guide here. And so in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, for anybody who doesn't know, is that you play one of the Time Patrollers and you're trying to correct the timeline of Dragon Ball. You know, from people fucking it up and all that kind of stuff. That's the basics of it. But anyway, so here's some of the artwork and some of the characters from it. I've already discovered some of them, and oh yeah, this looks great. This is great stuff. Into this, so yeah, it's highlighting a lot of characters, obviously from the Dragon Ball Z universe, and we get a manga. Is this a Time Patroller's manga? It is. So we should start this way. Oh, that's cool. That's what I love in the game. I love making my own character and bringing it into the game and having a lot of fun with that, and just being able to make my own character and be in the Dragon Ball universe and just fuck around and that kind of stuff. And here's the big guy. This is the big thing of the entire... Oh boy. Can I even open this up? Holy shit. This is nuts. Here's the back of the box here. Oh my god. The Super Master Star Piece. The Son Goku. Yes, you have to say like Son Goku. Oh, have I got... Oh, what? How am I opening this up? Oh, there we go. I'm in. Holy. Oh, I had no idea it was this big. Somebody can quote me on that one. Oh, this is crazy. Well, let me tell you this. The DBZ Boyz would be happy. Here's the figure. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. That is great. He's giving me that grimacing look. This figure is really, really detailed. Really, really detailed. Oh, that is super cool. And it comes with a little stand here as well. Probably goes behind his foot right here. That's how you do it. Just so he doesn't fall over. I can lean it back a little bit. Am I doing that right? Yeah, I'm doing that completely right. So, wow, that's so cool. I really want to just do an unboxing of this and talk about Dragon Ball and talk about my love for the series over the years. And you know, but really, I gotta say, I'm more of a Dragon Ball Z guy. I'm more in that universe. I know we've continued on, and I really need to catch up in the Dragon Ball universe and see what the hell is going on now, because it looks like it's getting kind of nuts. But you know, in the 90s when I discovered this, this was like the greatest thing that I could have ever discovered out of Japan, and you know, discovering Akira Toriyama's incredible world, and a world that we're still playing in and watching to this day. It's incredible. So anyways, guys, until next time.